2025 has been a remarkable year for the Sultanate of Oman's diplomacy, a year that reflected the balanced, confident foreign policy of His Majesty Sultan Haytham bin Tariq, both at home and across the region and the world. Inside Oman, His Majesty carried out significant royal visit to follow up on development and national priorities. In the Far, His Majesty inaugurated the new Divisions Forces Command headquarters of the Royal Army of Oman, a visit that highlighted the Sultanate's commitment to strengthening its defense capabilities. Days later, His Majesty toured wilayats in the Far and Al-Wusta governorates, reviewing major projects, meeting citizens, and ensuring that development aligned with Oman Vision 2040 reached every part of the country. Regionally, Oman welcomed several key leaders from neighboring countries. In January, His Highness Sheikh Tamim bin Hamad Al Thani, the Emir of Qatar, arrived in Muscat for a 2-day state visit. Talks focused on deepening strategic cooperation in investments, energy, transport, and regional stability. The Sultanate of Oman received Iran's President Dr. Masoud on an official visit where he discussed avenues for economic cooperation and ways to enhance regional dialogue. His Majesty King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa of Bahrain also paid a state visit to the Sultanate of Oman. The United Arab Emirates President Sheikh Mohammed bin Zayed paid a fraternal visit to Salalah, reaffirming the deep strategic ties and shared priorities between the two nations. The Emir of Kuwait, Sheikh Mish'al Al-Ahmed Al-Jaber Al-Sabah, also visited the Sultanate, further strengthening the strong brotherly relations and the joint cooperation between Oman and Kuwait. Later in the year, Sultanate of Oman welcomed President Erdogan of Turkey, whose visit reinforced cooperation in trade, defense, energy, and regional dialogue. Beyond the region, His Majesty Sultan Haytham bin Tariq carried out a series of high-level state visits that broadens Oman's global partnerships. The journey began in April with a state visit to the Kingdom of the Netherlands, where the two nations advanced cooperation in green hydrogen, ports, water management, and sustainable logistics. Immediately after that, His Majesty traveled to Moscow for a state visit to the Russian Federation, witnessing major agreements in energy, investments, technology, and visa facilitation, a strong reflection of the Sultanate of Oman's balanced diplomacy. In May, His Majesty visited Algeria, revitalizing economic and political cooperation and strengthening ties within the Arab world. The diplomatic calendar resumed in October with a state visit to Belarus, where agreements focused on food security, agriculture, logistics, healthcare, tourism, and a mutual visa waiver for citizens. The year concluded with a landmark state visit to Spain in November. Talks in Madrid with King Philip and senior Spanish leaders marked the beginning of a new strategic partnership in renewable energy, green hydrogen, tourism, infrastructure, and scientific cooperation. From the Far to Al-Wusta, from the Gulf capitals to Europe, Russia, North Africa, and Turkey, 2025 stands as a year in which Oman strengthened its bridges of diplomacy, expanded its partnerships, and reinforced its role as a pillar of stability and dialogue.